think we're back to the final video. My drawing. And I really kind of want to work on the sun. Work on the sun. Get that done. Thing is, right into it. We gotta go in the same angle now. You're in the same angle up here. Yeah. What are you doing? I don't know about all that. I think I kind of need the light on. It just have to be this way until I figure something out. I need the light on. It's too dark. Like, it didn't seem too dark, but like I got into it and it's just like, you know, I can't see nothing. I'm gonna fall silent. Ooh, it's hot in here. It's one of those days here in Indiana. Hot. It's wet. Be over soon though. Sunsetting. Cool down. It's always safer to like shading when you start off real white, work your way to black. Don't try to do a black right away. Like I always say, if the black's not right, it's all fucked up. You gotta make sure black's black. You gotta do it slowly. You just gotta step into it. I bet that was unpleasant. Let's turn it this way. Okay, yeah. It's a little messed up, but I don't, maybe I can kind of smooth it out, you know? Dang it. I did it off cam. Well, I'm kind of debating that. Maybe I should smooth that point out too, you know? I don't want to do any more up here because I was successful and then I screwed it up. But that's okay, it don't matter. Sometimes these little mess ups like that in the end up looking nice because it isn't too perfect. That's exactly why. It ends up kind of adding something to it overall. Like this one does too, kind of. That's like why I don't want to change it. You know, it's organic. Like you would expect a organic sphere in space to have like little flaws like that, you know, and little flaws like that. You would expect that. So it makes it kind of adds a little convincing element, even though it was an accident. It's one of those happy accidents, you know. It's like, geez, that ruins the sphere, but it looks organic, so it adds a little life to it. Maybe I should leave the happy accident in. We'll just leave it in. Isn't it funny how it looks completely different from the line art? Like, the line art looks good as it's coming about, but once I start shading it in, it's like it blows the line art away with the life that goes into it, with value. That's what always keeps me coming back to making a new picture, is watching it come to life with value. It's a very fulfilling experience. And then you take deodorant and you get the paper wet and you rub it on the dude's butt cheek and then you stab him a bunch. And it's a little heart with an arrow through it, something like that. For like 3 soups. For real. Not for real. But yeah. That's how it goes. Why does this keep happening? There. Let's just sit and think. Maybe I'll come back to it. Because I've been thinking this whole time, what am I gonna do with these sun rays and this outer ring? Because I can't exactly make it jet black. That would be dumb. Because then why make an outer ring in the first place? Because the outer part of the inner ring is jet black. Why put black on black? Because why even draw the inner ring in the first, or the outer ring in the first place if if it's just all black. You know what I'm saying? It's like, doesn't make any sense. So what the heck do I do with that? Which I kind of know what to do with it. Yeah, I do. I got a great idea. The only problem about having great ideas right now is if they don't work out, they don't work out. I think I'm gonna go back to a pencil to test this idea out. I'm not gonna do this in pen, because if it doesn't work out, the whole picture is ruined. I did happen to find my number 2 still. Use that because we're not outlining anymore. The number 2 pencil provides just enough soft. Oh, this number 2 pencils have ratings too. That's a HB. But the funny thing is it's softer than the hard art pencil. So this one's pretty good for rough shading, I guess. Yeah. It's got an HB on it. Alright, let's... So, yeah, it would kind of balance, what I'm about to do would kind of balance out the bottom, because the bottom has weight with all the lines. Most of the ink is condensed in a small spot right there. And most of the ink is condensed in a small spot right there. And if we put detail up here, detail down here, it'll balance out. And it won't look off. So, like, I'm gonna put these like gradients. This is a great way. Let's say you want to make a gear. Let's say you want to draw a gear. Okay? And you're trying to draw it. This is how you draw a gear. Or anything that has equal spacing around a circle. Because when at least, I mean, it's obvious, right? I don't know. Maybe it's obvious. It wasn't obvious to me. I would draw a gear and I would be like, okay, this is one tooth, and then this is the next tooth, and then this is the next tooth, and this is the next. No, that's the wrong way to do it. What you do is you say, right here is the first tooth, and up here is exactly half of the circle. Oh, I screwed it up a little. And it doesn't matter if it's off alignment from these, because these things aren't, in the inside, these things aren't geometrically spaced. And I don't know if that's the right word. It just makes sense in my head right now. They're not accurately spaced. They're not measured. I'm trying to say. So halfway, half of the circle. That's how you get equal spacing around a circle, is you keep cutting it in half. So you draw a cross first. First you draw a cross, and then you draw an X. And then you keep repeating it till you get the pizza as small as you want it. So then, well, put one here, one here. Then I'm going to have a little intricate pattern all exactly in the middle here. And same over here. Like that. And then this would be like really dark. Shaded. That looks horrible. It might look horrible, I don't know. do something. It has to have some kind of... like that. And then the same thing at the top. Actually, I'm kind of growing fond of this image. I might just keep this one, at least for now. I might not sell this one, or maybe I'll put it up. I don't know. I might just hold on to it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might just keep this one for just the right time. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the practice image. This is the first image. I think maybe I should keep this image until I get to the right time. Alright. Alright. Let's do this side. Yeah, I think that was a good idea to do that. Do these, like a detailed gradient that goes all the way around. And maybe I should continue that pattern down on the, oops, I almost broke my pencil. Down on the rays. I wonder if that would look good. Well, we can try one with the pencil. See what it looks like. Oh no. Did it go out again? That's fine. Whatever. Ooh. That's nice.
صوبك نباتت هكام وهكامك ابهون بساخم خنا من كمت معه Let's صوبك نجر سارا توي هكا ومشيتا شاني وشاسبا ام جنجت جمدو ان مادي كم هوتب ديبام خبرو شديس هجدي اتمبت ريستب ان هوت نجرد شرب النسف دوا صابك ورمجفو انخم سخم محروح كانوا ينخر وهر خبرو وبرنبت دي بيرت دي حاو دي سات مري خبرون شنوسا من كلمة مهست نجرا صوبك سارا عن خمران سخم ميب هكنو امناه هكاك هاكن نيسفة دوا
Look at it overall. It's got quite the texture to it. Look at that. It's awesome. Well, now you know the method to find the equal spacing around a circle. Look, no tape measure needed. Mary Jane's jailhouse drawing. those rays are gonna look neat because I'm gonna do it the same way. But the rays have to be spaced a different way, or it's gonna ruin everything. The rays have to have equal gradient deviations in a spherical way that radiates out with equal distance spacing progressively as it goes down. Otherwise, it's gonna look like crap. Well, no, there's not enough room to create a widening effect through spatial depths. That's not the right word. Through progressively making the light areas farther and farther apart down sun ray, whatever that word is. Let's test one of these sun rays out. Huh? Let's test this. We need to test the longest. Let's just test this one. Let's see. So the darkness. Oh. This is it. Oh, I'll just do. I don't want to do the whole one. Let's just do it. I could end up with a bit of a problem if I'm not careful. And then filling in this dark area and not being able to erase it out. So I don't know, maybe I should just try one. I think the best way to do these is one gradient at a time, and to make sure they're equal one by one. So we do this gradient here first. Over here we do this one. Equal length. We come down here and do the middle ones. And then we do these two. And then we do these two. Make sure they're all down. Cool. Okay. Man, see what I did there? I screwed it up. I'm sorry. It's okay because it's all getting inked over. I'm not gonna erase it right now. Ink it over, ballpoint pen, and then with the big white blocky eraser, you will move all the graphite. That's the same. Why am I trying to get it the same darkness? It doesn't matter. So by that pattern, this one goes here. The dark spot goes there. The dark spot goes there. There. And there. And there. Oh man. Okay. I hope this doesn't look off. Or, you know what the right word is? I thought of the perfect word. Oblong. When you try to make a repeating pattern and it ends up lopsided. Oblong. In the, no matter how much you try to make it equal, it's all screwed up no matter what. You can't fix it and it ruins everything and you gotta throw away the piece of paper and go cry in a corner. Like that. It kind of does look a little noisy, but I'm not finished, so. And then at that point, I'll probably just accept it if it doesn't look right, because I have no idea what to do with these sun rays. Other than making them a solid shade, which is just, I don't know, that's just kind of boring. Now, what I really need to do, and I didn't think about it till just now, is after this practice image, start making a new Egyptian themed image with, or maybe even this one, with the intention of transferring it over to the watercolor paper, and then go out and get golden paint and paint the sun rays gold. That's a good idea. Ooh, you know what else? I want black watercolor paper. I wonder if there's such a thing. Not like that black paper that you scratch, you know, and it's got like just straight quality black watercolor paper. That'd be interesting. I like watercolor paper because it's you can use it for more than just watercolor, and it's super durable. And I thought of a way to preserve every last refinement made through layering is to take one of these markers and destroy the paper by literally bleeding it through the paper so it transfers exactly onto watercolor paper. Because with the way that I draw, it's really hard to transfer this over to watercolor paper. Because watercolor paper has all these little divots in it. They're deep divots. The divots are deep enough to, like, you run this pencil across it, wherever it is, you run this pencil across it, and it just gets stuck in the paper. Okay, where was I? And the other idea I had was to actually take this copy paper and mat it onto watercolor paper with adhesive, and then obviously paint it watercolor. I heard to make sure it's in the. There we go. Ooh, that's gonna look sharp when it's all finished. Yeah. And I should have left these hooks a little lighter, but that's alright. One, two, three. Really funny. I know. Now it's in the video and everyone, anybody watching it's like, oh, what's she thinking of? Nothing that spectacular. Just a funny spot in the movie. Right here, I think I'm gonna stop and just leave, well, not stop, like draw it, like stop the gradients and leave those ones white. I think that looks really good. Like just leave that, the rest of that up there, like, no, we'll do one more here and here. Leave the hooks white. So then I gotta do 3 over here. This one's gonna be like right there. And right there. Oh, that's one radiant sun. That's a radiant sun right there. Without the use of yellow. Only with value. It radiates. It kind of looks like a flower, doesn't it? It's like a really interesting flower with like these super tiny petals. Or an ashtray. You know? Doesn't it kind of look like an ashtray? I should draw a cigarette butt right there. It's just... No, that would have ruined the whole thing. There. It'll look a little darker after we put the ink in. I gotta put the ink on right now because that's just a catastrophe waiting to happen. It's gonna smear like a mofo unless we do it right now. So, and the great thing is everything here is inked in, so as long as I work from the outside in, I'm not gonna have to worry about smearing anything. And luckily it's starting to cool down in here, so it's not really gonna... be kind of extensive. Or it's gonna take a while to do this. Because I have to do one at a time. Because it's ink. If I try to do it like I did the pencil, I'm gonna screw something up. This is where we... It's like increasing the contrast in Photoshop. This way, at least I can kind of leapfrog it. Or frog up it. Something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. I'm saying work efficiently. Here's my eraser. Oh, see, I fucked it. Why did I do that? Damn it. Well, we're gonna have a slight change of in here because I told it. Ruined it. But I didn't. We're just gonna have to create a final gradient. I mean, I didn't want to. It doesn't matter. Let's go like this. Blend it in. Blend it down here. It doesn't look that bad. There will be mistakes in your masterpiece. In fact, it might just be a bucket of mistakes. And everyone's like, what the hell are you talking about? That thing is amazing. And you're like, what are you talking about? It? Let me throw it away. And they're like, no, please don't. And you're like, I don't like it. I'll give you $1 million. And you're like, what the hell are you talking about? You're crazy. And then you're like, I'm gonna give you cash. And then you're like, oh, piece of junk. Okay. We kind of covered up our mess up. Don't tell anyone. Alright. I gotta be careful. This time, I have to let the ink dry before I carelessly mash an eraser into it. God. Idiot. Okay. I can't mess around. This is serious. I screwed up right there. Just gotta be super serious. That was my one mess up. And it wasn't a good spot to mess up. Didn't want to mess up right there. Kind of bothering me. Shut up and focus. I don't want to join those right there. I'm conflicted. Right there, that spot. I don't really want to do that. I mean, I could. Did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Cause like, I should join it. You know what? I'm not gonna join those. Because if it doesn't look good in the end result, I can join it then. Like I can go back if it doesn't look good in the end. So. Okay, well let's just leave it as it is then. And then don't touch it, let it dry. Look, you see how small the white gap got? That's what I'm saying is, like, I need to not do that. Like, maybe I should pull my gradient back and not do that. Okay. But I gotta stop for a moment. It's easy to lose where I am. You gotta look close, see where the graphite is on the pen. Not fair. Moisture is my worst mortal enemy when I'm drawing. Seriously, it's like the worst thing. Moisture is the worst. It's my enemy. Only when I'm drawing though. I hope this looks as good in ink as it does in pencil. I'm having a hard time telling because ink over full shading, which typically I don't do. I wasn't confident about trying this new thing that I never tried before. Well, I don't know, let's see. I don't know if you can tell the difference yet. It looks pretty much the same. Actually, it looks really bad over here. Oh man. It's okay. It doesn't look that bad. But you have to deal with it. It looks freaking horrible. I quit. I'm not an artist anymore. That's it. I'm done. I'm taking up smoking. It's alright. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. I mean, you can see it. I mean, it's there. We still have to erase. We still have to erase the graphite. So that's the only problem. Once we get rid of the graphite, everything will be okay. We didn't just spend an entire week and got all the way to the end and ruin the picture. That's not what happened. Is that what happened? Do you think that's what happened? Did we ruin it? Did we ruin the picture? Did we ruin it? Oh my god. I think I ruined it. Oh. Well, it'll be okay. It's not that bad. And just, you know, where'd my mouse go? Happening. This music is awfully calming. It's the music that's making me yawn. Get off my paper here. I wrinkled the paper. I creased the paper and I wrinkled it down here. It doesn't matter. because I have a special trick up my sleeve. She's almost done. I gotta put a ground in, finish shading her. That, like, the shading on her arms, that's the extent of the shading. That's, her arms are finished. Her face is finished. Her hair, her crown is finished. The sun, as soon as I ink it in, it's completely finished. All I gotta do is everything from her necklace down. And then put in the ground. And then add some hieroglyphs in the background, depending on how complicated and hard it is. It shouldn't be that hard, but I don't know how good I am. I've never drawn hieroglyphs before. Now we gotta research hieroglyphs too. I gotta make a whole video about what all the hieroglyphs mean, and then I have to write a hieroglyph dictionary. And then I have to come up with some cool snazzy phrase that you know, the Egyptians would use, like an Egyptian or something. And I gotta reference the song, a pop song, you know? And then I gotta draw another picture. After all that, maybe I'll decide. Maybe, ooh, that's a good one. Maybe I should write "walk like an Egyptian," you know, in the back. And then people will be like, what the hell? And they'll Google it, you know, and they'll find this awesome song that nobody knows about. And it'll blow their mind. And they'll got that from my picture. If only they read in hieroglyphs. I don't even know if you can say "walk like an Egyptian" in hieroglyphs. That's a good one. Let's what is it? 16. The tops for my drawing session is 2-hour videos. I think anything longer is too much. Maybe 2.5, but certainly not 3 hours. I like doing this on video because at the very end, when I finally get to the finished product, no longer do I say, I started this on Monday, so it took me 5 days to finish it. Now I could just add up the time length of each video and say, I finished this in, I bet I'm at like 18 hours right now into this drawing. And I wish I could go back in time and widen this crown a fraction and poof up her hair so it didn't look like the crown was sitting on it. And see, like, it looks like it's squeezing. There's a deep shadow there. It looks like it's squeezing the top of her head ever so subtly. You just made it just a little bit bigger, and then got rid of this indentation right there. But that's not that big of a deal. Okay, let's come over here and finish. Oh, I'm messing up. I have to change direction. I can't create a gradient unless I do.
جريت مدبش اسمه هتبت مش اسم استنبيت تفنوت ساترا خبريت مشتي نوبن بيت ينشم خبراتي خبراتي مستمحكو وش اسمه أمحتي وش سيامبت هرشتا ينطا نبت نفرو حارت جيران يريد حساب محتب شديد حامر أنت بيش اسمه رخويري كابترني ساطرة يريد ميجد ينوت مشتين سيرت البيت تفنوت حيكا والنوم تشم وانحانوتا إنو حانوت فنوت وارد رمبات محاسب نابوت بيت شديات ميستنوم حاتب نبيت مهوت يريد نوتا ويريد يورن محيكنو أسات محارة حكم حيقا خبر مشتاي ويسر منام إنا خنمات
Wow, that looks awfully much darker, doesn't it? It doesn't in person. Like it's bled out on screen, but like if I go like this, see, it's not. It's the screen bleeding it out. So it just kind of looks smaller. I gotta wait till it dries, and then I just want to wait until it dries and touch it. You know how much graphite and ink? It's like a puddle of ink right now. We're just gonna hang out and let it soak into the page and dry, because this could have been all of this. This is like Chernobyl. The no-go zone. Oh man, I'm scared, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, is I'm scared. I'm operating from a place of fear at the moment. Is that even if I let this dry, I'm gonna go try to erase something, and this blot of black, jet black ink is gonna go like that, you know, and ruin everything, and my heart's gonna explode, and then I'm gonna die right here on stream, and that'll be it. That'll be the end of me. See, now this is where I could totally, everything goes south right here, and I get a drip of this slimy freaking vape juice stuff on my image. And then where I'll be, where will I'd still be right here, but I'd be crying. I would too, I'd be crying. I'd be angry. Or just go to sleep. It's funny how such a small thing can cause so much catastrophe. You know, I think I'm just gonna let it dry for as long as possible before I try to remove any graphite off of that sun, just to ensure nothing gets royally screwed up. Okay, let's see. Zoom in. Now this one, we get to have a little fun because technically this is solid gold. So we can make a very interesting contour with shading. Fun with it if I'm able to do it. It's kind of hard, but I don't know. Let's try. And we're trying to get like a blocky look, like a gold block, like you know how gold bar looks. I don't know if this can be. Anyway, you know, and then a sharp. Like down here, actually change directions, which typically would be a no-no. But this is metal, which means it has a chromey effect. And I don't know what I'm doing, so we're gonna see if it works. Actually, I'm not gonna change direction, because now that I look at it, it really should happen. Because I don't really know what I'm doing. Because I haven't been in this scenario before. But I have visualized this. Like, I have seen this. Like, we do change direction, but... Like, you know, usually there's something... Well, let's not make it too complicated. It should go out, like, a little... Just a little... To create a glisten. A narrow glisten. If, like, maybe like that, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And then this way, I'm gonna do the same thing. Okay. You know, I should keep you on the same. You be careful because I was able to do it right in that corner. So I gotta be careful because I screwed it up. And if I screw it up, there's no going back. That's why I like very intense. There's always a bit of contention in the air. Shading, because there's no going back. It's done. So this one we stay in the same direction. And I think this is the other one. And it's a super slim shade. Because it's really defining the slim corner of a solid gold necklace. Because she's a queen. You know what I'm saying? You see what I was trying to achieve? I see it. But this needs to come back the right way. It just needs to end over here. Because there's no way, there's no logical way to convey this side without completely screwing it up. There's no way. That has to be the complete top. It's just the way it has to be. Even if it looks messed up, there's nothing I can do about that. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this down here. I think metal follows its own rules. It's glass follows its own rules too. Glass and ice are kind of the same. You can draw glass. It's not hard. It's not hard to get a glass effect. As long as the procedure is done right. There. That looks of its own material. Yeah, I remember there was a screw up here earlier. I completely forgot about it. Now we've completely covered up that mess up. And then it's really coming out. And this is going to be nice. This would be the darkest spot on her body. And it's going to be the thickest of the shade. And then it'll change. I don't want to risk it because it's a warm-up drawing, but I could have so much fun creating like satin effects in here, you know, and cloth wrinkles, but I'm not there right now. I'll do a cloth, I'll do a drawing that shows cloth, ice, glass, fire, smoke, all these kinds of things. Glass is really easy. If before I draw, if you just want to try it, you draw your lines, right? You draw everything you gotta draw on it. You draw the border of the glass. And then you have to experiment around with it, because first, after you draw it, you take the putty, the graphite shade lightener putty, and you lighten it. And then, well, you gotta draw it in a bit darker. You gotta get it. You find your own way to do it. But afterward, and this is why it's difficult, you have to layer it over with an even tone, and then convey a glare with an eraser. It's glass. It's easy. That's how you do it. But try doing it the first time. If you get it right, it looks fabulous. You got lucky somewhere because it takes a lot of practice to get it to look just right. And you get frustrated, and then you throw the eraser, and then you throw the pencil. And then you realize you threw the eraser under the dresser. And then you spend the next 25 minutes looking for it, but really it fell down the vent behind the dresser. So you don't have an eraser. You give up. Outside and smoke a cigarette. Alright, where are we? I gotta make sure there's nothing on my fingers. I can't wait to go get a new e-cig. This thing's broken and dripping because I'm always knocking it over, not paying attention. I hit it and it goes knock it over. Now it's all cracked and broken. And I hate disposable e-cigs. I hated them before I started buying them. I was like, these things are stupid, man. Why are they making this flashy electronic thing that people are just throwing on the ground? Disposable electronic cigarettes are stupid. I don't think they should sell them. Actually, they've been banning them at certain places. It's good. It's not that it's stupid. It's just like it's how it ends up. It's kind of a stupid thing to do. Because people just throw them on the ground, and it's a battery, you know, all this other stuff. Oh, my pen is fighting with me. And it's gonna screw everything up if I let it fight with me. So, we're gonna lick it. And then scribble. There, now it should have a nice fluid. You know, the thing with the back, when shadow falls on a woman's upper back or lower back, middle, lower back, this area right here, it like triangles out and it comes back in. I wish I could draw the shape like that, just to get it right. It kind of, see like the hair, like light and shadow fall. It kind of come out like this, you know? Like it's like this, and then it comes out. If I can get it right, I don't think I'm gonna get it right. But it kind of curves back like that. And then it also goes like this, you know? Like, you know, fine. This is all like that. It's kind of how it works. All this is going to be shaded in too. There's subtle shading that matches up. I always admired drawing Like I draw women. I started drawing women magazines like that. That's how I started. I drew other things like houses and architecture, but I like drawing women because it's like making love to women. But you get really mature about it because of these aspects right here. So like I've literally had people come up, I'd be drawing like this, and I'd have some idiot dude like come up and be like, so that goes like that. Just a little more. There. Comes down like that. And it joins down here. This kind of. Yeah. Goes like that. Alright. Now, if I were going further in depth, and this is mature, this is part of the maturity process, we create the indication of a triangle down here. And the reason is because it's a universal feminine symbol for fertility. And that is actually a symbol that carries throughout art history. It's a historical symbol. Feminine fertility is upside down triangle. I would include it in this if I were going further, but further on down the road, I'm gonna use that kind of stuff in the drawings so they're like historically accurate. Because symbols are like all throughout art history, and like in the drawings. That's always fascinated with art history because it. Art history teacher would be like, you see those keys right there in that really old picture that nobody looks at? Well, that really means this, and I want you to write a 5,000 page essay on those keys, and then be like, wow. You know, and then we'd have to listen for like the next 6 hours about the significance of the keys in the picture. And it actually really meant something like deep and cool, and it's like, wow. And they're just keys. That's not a real thing. I don't know. I'm just picking one out. Truth be told, I can't think of it or remember a specific one. I don't think of it. Think of the specific one. I don't know which one. The thing about going into art history though is it inevitably ends up being deeply religious. But you'll find that most people that are professional art historians have a very hard time being religious because they study all of the art. The art always shows a civilization's religious significance. you know, and gods and stuff. It always comes back to like art history always comes back to the foundations of Christianity, Muslim origins, or you know, Egyptian origins, or the caveman, and right there, every single time is theology conveyed through the art. So then art historians go through and they study all the religions, and you start seeing that this religion adopted symbols from this religion, and you get to see it. It's like you go to art and they say, okay, this is how this happened, and here's the artifact that proves it in your mind, so there's no doubt, it's a fact. Look, there's the art, and there's what shows it. So then you get challenged. You're like, oh man, it challenges your idea of religion, what you believe in. Because you could say, well, one of the most specific examples is the Nazi symbol. That's a Christian symbol. I'll redo it real quick. The Nazi symbol is derived from, I think it's a Roman Catholic church in Germany that used the pagan cross, I believe. I don't know for sure. It's been a while since I was reading about this. But the pagan cross that the Nazis adopted, it went like, well, a Nazi sign, I think, I haven't looked at it recently. What does it do? It goes like, doesn't it go like that? That's a Nazi sign. So the pagan cross that they took it from is this. That's the ancient cross that has absolutely no tie to Nazi ideology, and they adopted it to this. It's just inheritance. So whatever this is, who gives a fuck? This becomes more relevant because this had nothing to do with that. And it's the same way when you study art history, like, not to compare Christianity with Nazism, even though, but Christianity takes things from other religions just like any other religion. That doesn't make it any less relevant or true. It's just what it does. Like, one of the common modern themes is that Jesus has long hair, and one of the ancient themes is that Jesus had short hair and it was curly and he had dark skin. And also, when they first started portraying Jesus, they gave him the attributes of effeminacy to attract the female base. So Jesus' first appearance in art was more of a transsexual nature than anything else. And then it changed to attract a different type of people. And then you can see that through art history. You get to see it. It's not just somebody telling you. It's out there. So that's one of the things that draws me to art history so much. And art is because Christianity is about the truth. Art is about the truth, and it reveals the truth. So as long as you focus on truth, and anything truly godlike can seep into it, give its own interest out in it. But as soon as you start talking about God, you know, people, you summon up distrust, not necessarily, but in a very overwhelmingly large portion of scenarios, you start talking about God, and the people that have to listen to you, they're not thinking about God. They're listening to you like, are you a leader? I mean, like, why are you talking to me about God? Like, why? Why are you doing it? You have no idea who I am. You don't know me in depth. Why are you trying to change my position on anything at all? You know, you haven't connected with me on the depth of, I'm going to die someday. So why are you trying to change my opinion on something I haven't even shared my opinion on? Not that anybody's done that, but that has happened in the past. I kind of quit talking about God and religion completely because I felt like, you know, if you don't say anything and it just comes out and it is what it is, then you get to remove yourself from accidentally placing yourself on the pedestal and being the accidental preacher that summons distrust and resentment in people who have watched proclaimed Christians wield God's word toward their own interests. But that's not everyone. It certainly isn't everyone. But it creates division among the people who aren't like that. So I like sitting back and I like hearing when people start talking about God. I'm trying to figure out, are you talking about God or are you talking about yourself? And then if I figure out you're actually talking about God, I kind of open up a little more. Get a little nicer. You know what I'm saying? But talking about God directly is not something that really, like, I get uneasy. I get uneasy with having to talk about God directly. It's all about power and control and manipulation. I figured God has something to say, you know, he's got the best phone plan in the universe. You know, he's gonna say it. My e-cig is dead. Yeah. Okay. if I'm doing this right, not screwing it up. Kinda worried. I think it looks right. I hope it looks right. Yeah, it's looking good. You know what though? This right here, this roundedness, does not belong. That's wrong, because it makes it look like her stomach extends all the way out to there, which is completely disproportionate, isn't even realistic. Oh, that's gotta kinda... it's gotta be this really long, shallow, like a gradient that shallowly drops off. It's, alright, and then to get that just right, all we gotta do is keep walking the gradient up slowly and keep looking at it, because it needs to definitely look like there is a curvature going on right here, because there most definitely is. I gotta take my time though. It's not a process to hurry. It's all about patience. It's definitely not a process to hurry. I think if I would have tried to cram all this into like a long, like 8 to 12 hour stream, it would have been dumb. By the time I got halfway through, I'd have been mentally fatigued, barely paying attention to what I was doing.
تفنت سترة خبري تمشتي نوبن بيت ينشم
Really wanna. This is nice. I'm like way like sunk down. What happens? There. Now I look normal. I'm pretty much laying here. Okay. Oh. Ooh, I do. You know, cold and old. This coffee is 3 hours old. What? I did kind of break one of my own rules, so, and I'm kind of disappointed with myself about it, but it does work out. Show you where it is. Her face. It works out on her face, but all my line strokes go in a diagonal, but here they're horizontal. I shouldn't have done that because it creates unity when they're all the same direction, but down here that would have been impossible, and especially on the sun. So it kind of worked out in this one, but typically I'll try to avoid stuff like that and get all of the strokes in the same direction, because and you can tell a difference, because if your strokes are visible but you're conveying light in all the same direction, that's how you draw light. That's how you draw light, is that all your strokes and your value on your image are in the same direction. Either that or you can't see strokes at all. But I mean, you can get away with it. Like they say, you want to know what I paid $30,000 for that I still need to pay back? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, rules are made to be broken. Like when it comes to drawing and all that, like they're rules. But sometimes the most successful thing to do is just break the rule. And if it turns out it does. If it doesn't turn out, then crash and burn in a plane on a mountainside with your work. Sometimes that happens. But I'm gonna keep it that way. Oh, the music got super quiet. There it is. We should turn it up a bit. It's like I accidentally made it. It's like, oh, I'm worried that the music is blasting everyone's ear out. See now. Psh. Now I can't use a mouse. Turn that up a bit. You know what's hilarious? I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this today. Oh man. Well, I'm definitely not finishing it today because I realized that this is the perfect image to do this interesting thing to before matting it down into a frame. So get to a point and then put it on the back burner until I get what I need. Okay. It's kind of unfortunate. It's not a mess up, but right here, it's kind of tricky because there's not really, look at the hair, you know? Like if you look up close, maybe it's not that bad. Like when I look at it here, I can see it clearly that that's hair. Sometimes when you look clearly, your eye just includes this and assumes that this is the back. You know, like this shape right here is part of the back. It might be your instinct without even thinking about it. Include that shape as part of the back. But I don't think that's what happens here. And don't know how to treat. Actually, I do know how to treat them. Let's keep going. Oops. I get charges though. I would love to do. I don't know how to do it. But I don't know how to. I mean, I know how to do it, but I don't know how to just do it on the fly. Is to show the crease of her leg right here through the cloth. I can't just be like, oh, it goes right here and blah, blah, blah. I don't really want to get that in depth with this because of these lines. be honest, because of these lines. And her leg actually starts like right here, so there's really no point to it. But I kind of like, I want to do that. I want to do a drawing that conveys cloth, because cloth is really fun to draw and shade. It is fun to look at. Oh man. Right, well, I'm gonna have to stop this video here. Be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll be back after a short break from our sponsor. I don't have a sponsor. I'm not that cool. But I will be back. Oh, what am I talking about? I have a phone.